Hey, I'm Jay,
Hi, I'm Marie.
and this is Lunch Break.
Yeah, it is. We're glad to see you.
Yes, we hope you're enjoying your instant noodles, your leftover dinner, or whatever else you might be having at this wonderful hour here.
I'm so excited to start.
Marie?
Yeah,
We're obviously in a relationship,
honestly.
so I think we're in a really good position to give Reddit posters some advice on relationships, some unsolicited, unprofessional, not well thought out advice.
That's what we can do. Yeah, definitely.
So today we're going to be reading some stories from the subreddit r/relationship advice.
Let's go jumping.
Is it bad that I, 23-year-old female, don't want to name my daughter after my fiance's 27 male dead girlfriend?
What? It's going on here.
That's a crazy story title, right?
It is.
I thought it might have been a good one to start with. Hey Reddit, this is a throwaway account because me and my fiance use the same Reddit account. I, 23-year-old female, met my fiance, 27-year-old male, when I was 19 in college 4 years ago. I'm currently 7 months pregnant. We are having a planned pregnancy and our daughter's due in October. My fiance had a high school sweetheart who he dated since freshman year till his sophomore year in college. She died due to breast cancer. I never knew her, but in the beginning of our relationship, he never failed to mention how she was a beautiful person. He has admitted to me that I always wanted to marry her and imagine them having kids. He loves me so very much and has always been a great partner.
Do people share stuff like this? Like, I was in love and it was a great person, and then she's died, and then I find you. Well,
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it would be like really weird if it was just like an ex-girlfriend that he broke up with, or she broke up with him and he was like, I loved her, I always wanted to have kids with her. But I mean, this is a tragedy, right? Like,
Yeah,
he was with
it's
someone,
sad, yeah.
she passed away. He didn't end the relationship with her because he didn't have feelings for her anymore. He might have been in the height of having feelings with her and then she lost her life. I mean, kudos to him for honesty, but the title's a little f***ed up. So let's get into it a little bit more.
let's go.
Recently, we were on the topic of baby names. I am mixed, Ivorian and Brazilian, and my fiance is from Costa Rica. I was thinking of the name Antonia, but was definitely open to other options. He suggested we name our daughter after her. Not a middle name, not a Gracie hyphen and kind of thing, where you have two names, but her first name. His ex's name is very unique and not something common where it could be nicknamed different or not be directly a tribute to her. I believe her name is a cultural name as well, and neither of us are from that culture.
No, you can't do that. No, it's not okay. If you don't feel like it's okay, it's not okay.
I think no is a good enough answer on your part.
Yeah, no, it's a full sentence. No.
I told him I'd be fine with it being her middle name or a nickname even, but he told me he really wanted to make her name his ex's. I would like to make it clear I have nothing against the idea of naming kids after lost loved ones, but just not my first baby. I have a strong feeling that our daughter's going to look just like me, which would make it more awkward. He just came home from work and is in a really good mood. I feel tense writing this next to him. He's obviously still grieving. I don't think he's not in love with his partner. I mean, we have very limited information from her perspective. I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that he's not in love with her. I think he's obviously still hurting.
It's kind of ridiculous. I will explain my way of thinking. You have your partner and you have your first child, and you decide to call your first child with the person you promised to love forever, right? And you said, hey, let's go call our first child like my exes who die from cancer. First, it's just in general bad to call someone who have kind of sad story. If you believe in kind of superstitious, don't do that, because you never know what's go with the name, and especially if it's like traditional name and specific tradition that you're not involved in, don't do that. And the second is just in general weird. After all this time, after you have a total new family and you must be happy to have a child, and you push your child into your memories about your ex, and it's make OP, I believe, feeling betrayed. If it's like a granny who raised you, it's one thing. And OP said, I even take it as a middle name.
Yeah, she was willing to compromise.
And it's a lot. I would probably say no. If he doesn't agree on a middle name or a third name, whatever, just no. I want a beautiful name where it's not any way connected to your past or my past. I want it for it's this totally clean, new, fresh human, have great future.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my partner to be doing that, to be honest. Nothing personal, just like you said. Not the first baby, and definitely not the first name, especially if it isn't common or doesn't fit your cultural background. OP responded, I thought the same thing. His ex was Middle Eastern, and I'm half Latina and he's Latino. The questions regarding her name would be endless. A commenter responded to that, it's sad to lose someone you love, but imagine her having to explain where the name came from for her whole life. Even as a middle name, that's saddening her with someone else's story. Even if the name has been more typical, it would be rough to explain to future friends and partners. Surely your husband isn't planning on making her story part of your daughter's life, like a bedtime story fathers would tell their children about their departed mother. If he wants to bring up his departed loved one forever, he certainly can, but his late girlfriend has no connection with your daughter. Like I said, he's obviously still grieving. Ultimately, I don't think he's coming from a bad place. I think he's very sad. He lost someone that he had a connection with that was taken away by a terrible thing, breast cancer, at a really young age, it seems like, too. I'm not saying that he's wrong for feeling this way, but I agree with you. Like, it's weird naming your daughter after somebody that your husband used to be with and passed away. It's sad. I think he still has some things that he needs to deal with. I don't think this makes him a bad partner. And she even said so in her post, like, she loves him very much. He's a very good partner. I think instead of incorporating his late girlfriend's like legacy into their family, I think he should probably just get some therapy, get some help. Continue to be open with your partner about your feelings. You know, this was a post made like a little less than a month ago, so hopefully she got the courage to talk to him. But if he was open about this and like open about the reasoning to do so, then you could cut him the courtesy about being open about your feelings and just taking a hard stance. Because like ultimately, like the both of you need to say yes to this name. I think you have your answer right there. You've explained it well enough.
Let's go jump to the next story.
My 34-year-old male boyfriend just told me, 33-year-old female, during an argument, he doesn't like me, and that's the reason he hasn't asked me to marry him. He apologized 5 minutes later. Do I believe him?
Huh? He didn't like her? And then apologizes like, no, it's not what it seems like. It's totally different. You don't understand.
Said, I don't like you, and that's why we're not married. Well, let's get into the story because I think
suitcase door right there.
It's been a few days since this argument, and I guess my mind keeps going back to it. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 10 years and living together for 9. Everyone and their mother have always asked us when we were getting married. I guess I never knew the real answer until now. The argument was about me letting his mother borrow money, and somehow it ended up in a, I don't like you, that's why I haven't married you. After that, I completely shut down and told him that I did not want to talk anymore. I was done. Well, it took him around 5 minutes to come back and apologize and say that he was very upset and he wanted to apologize for what he said, but my sick mind was waiting for the I didn't mean it and he never said it. I guess I'm coming here to either grow a pair of balls to leave or maybe see a side I'm not seeing. Please help.
That's gross. Sometimes people can say a bad thing just to hurt you. Just like, you don't listen to me, and I want to reach your softest part of your soul and hurt you for you hear me and pay attention. If you don't respond the way he wants it, he's going to do it again and again, trying to hurt you with his words just to have the specific response he needs. And it's never going to stop. And it doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He just manipulates you that way. And if you're willing to deal with that, that's one thing. If you don't, better don't.
I would never be able to get over the doubt of that statement. It would eat me alive. Also, is he the type of person to say whatever he can to cut the deepest? Did he say it solely to cause you pain? OP responded, right. I deeply believe that he said it to cause me pain because he was hurt that his mom came to me for help and not to him, which I understand 100%, but doesn't give him the excuse just to spew words like that.
That's true. This is, again, it goes not how he wants, and he's want to make you feel bad. We need to discuss why he doesn't make you proposal for 10 years and 9 years live together.
Yeah, that's a crazy long time. Like, I know that everyone's story goes at its own
Different,
pace.
yeah.
Being that he went to that right away indicates to me that it's been a discussion, that it's been a concern of hers, that she's mentioned that. Probably we've been together for 10 years already. Like, when are we going to make this official? So he's obviously not prioritizing it.
And he know it's hurt her.
And that's why he's doing it. Yeah.
Why he's not make the proposal? Probably some true in his words is still there. Why do you waiting for? You waiting for there's another girl like find you attractive and you can go? For 10 years, man.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're alone in that feeling. No, you take him at his word. It doesn't take 10 years to know if you want to marry someone. You gave him your 20s, don't give him the rest of your 30s. It's not all happy-go-lucky.
I think it's gonna be like, I don't know, I make the haircut and my boyfriend don't like it, what am I must to do?
Well, you're gonna love this third story.
Here we go.
My 32-year-old female boyfriend, 37-year-old male, declared himself a misogynist to my face. Where to go from here?
Straight to lawyer.
Well, their boyfriend,
Yeah. Straight to another boyfriend.
I, 32-year-old female, have been with my partner, 37-year-old male, for almost 8 years now. He has been such a grounding force in my life, and we have moved forward and built a really comfortable life together. When we met, I was in one of the most severe depressive episodes of my life. We stuck together through job changes, losses of family members and pets, lifestyle changes, and health scares. I'm recurring this to Reddit because honestly, I'm embarrassed to talk about this with anyone in real life. In the grand scheme of things, he's genuinely such a good addition to my life. Always looks out for my safety, wants to ensure my health and comfort, loyal, honest, etc. There are smaller cracks though that I tend to ignore in favor of all the good things. His previous relationships weren't exactly ideal. When I met him, he'd been divorced for a year. His previous wife of 5 years cheated and was physically abusive. I'd never really been in a relationship that lasted over a year before him. That led to a lot of jealousy and resentment. I'm the extrovert of the two, and I used to really enjoy going out dancing with my friends. He doesn't dance and doesn't trust me to participate in nightlife without him. Naturally, I compromised for the sake of the relationship and stopped partying almost entirely. It felt like the grown-up thing to do. I still hear comments every now and then about how much of a slut I used to be and how I could cheat on him at any moment. Those always sting. I'm not exactly a confident person.
And he said that she's cheating on him because she's walking like somewhere in the clubs with her friends?
He's pretty much saying I'm uncomfortable with you doing the things you used to do before you met me because I'm worried that you're gonna cheat on me. Like, I like how it started off like he's like a grounding force in my life. He's loyal. He cares about me. I can't go out dancing. He thinks I'm being too slutty.
Someone over controlling in this situation.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, he was a little misogynistic by then. Well, let's see where the story goes.
Okay.
He always seemed to get annoyed if I tried to take too many plans without him. For reference, twice in a month would make him annoyed, but he wouldn't fight me on it. More than that would be pushing it. I get confused because we both work from home, we basically spend every day together, and still make plans on the weekends to go out to eat or shop for new items for our collections. As of about a year and a half ago, I'd catch him listening to borderline red pill content on TikTok and laughing along. It unsettled me, and I'd mention it and react at times, but it never really went anywhere. At times, he'll go on rants about how all women are liars and whores, which makes me pretty distressed knowing the comments he's directed at me personally before. More often, I'll hear him criticizing women as a monolith rather than complimenting me directly as his partner. Yesterday, he said, "You know what? I never said anything because I was being politically correct, but I guess I would classify as a misogynist." He then went on to say how he basically hates all women except his mother, his sister, and me. I didn't really react at the time. I've barely started to process it, to be honest. I get this pit in my stomach the more I think about it because I'm very aware of how tenuous my being an exception to the rule is. I brought up couples therapy before and he laughed in my face. So I genuinely don't know where to go from here. Do I throw away 8 years of building a life together? How do I fix this?
There's no fix. There's no fix. It's done.
take him at face value. He said what he said. When she says borderline red pill, I think she's trying to like still protect him. And this is just me, like, just pulling details out of the story. Like, she starts off the story like, he's great, he's loyal.
He called me slut.
Right. And then starts going into that. But then even in those descriptions, she's still trying to defend him. Like, borderline red pill content. What's borderline red pill if not just red pill? Hey, listen, being a guy is great. Being a guy is really cool. But the red pill stuff is not it. And there's no borderline, really. It's really like believe in what we believe in or you don't. If OP like reviewed what she shared with everyone and try to look at it objectively, instead of like injecting her feelings into the story, like pull the details. He said this about you going out to dance. He's very insecure that you were in prior relationships. He said he hates all women except his mom and you, essentially.
There is no such a thing. It's like, I hate all women except this, this, and this. All women means all women.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, he's spelled out plainly who he is. If you're okay with those things, then accept that you're okay with those things. Like, we're not here to tell you not to love don't love who you love. If you're coming to Reddit and you're laying out these details and you look at it objectively and take out your own love and affection, like, you're not throwing away 8 years of your life. You spent 8 years of your life with someone. You guys just don't seem to mesh anymore. Obviously, this is a problem for you if you're bringing it up and you even suggested therapy and he laughed in your face. You might already have your answer. I don't think it mentions she has kids with this guy. If you start building a family with this guy, oh, women are stupid, you got to take control of them, whatever red pill bullshit is out there, that's what he's going to instill in his kids.
You said, I'm an extrovert. I like to go hang out with the friends. I'm so talkative. I do this, I do that. And he don't like it. Because what? Because he can't control you when you're there. And when he can't control you, he starts to thinking you like every woman, a bad person. You probably do something bad. If he don't trust you to go outside with your friends and you trust him, let's go figure it out. Let's go fix this relationship. And he said like, no, in your face. Are you sure it's your person? Like 32, 37. You don't have a much time to spend suffering. You need to spend time, have fun, have a person who's gonna respect you, your interests, your gender, and not judging you because you're a woman. Oof.
Oof, indeed. Well, those are some stories from relationship advice. We're untrained, we're not professional, but the advice is free. So if you want to submit any of your problems for us to discuss, hit us up on our subreddit community, r/lunchbreak_GSP. We'll review them as they come in. And hey, if we like your story, we'll feature it here. We'll make sure we shout you out. And we'll give you some unsolicited advice that you may or may not take.
And for not to lose us, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on our channel. See you in the next episode.
Clock back in.
Bye.
Bye.